Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, something I noticed when I was fixing my issue I had with Railroad Corporation is that audio sounds better than the audio I currently use to record games with. So, in the very near future, I'm going to have to sit down and look at my audio settings and see if I can't make them better. Oh, you're not hearing anything from the game. I caught my levels this time right as we started. I'll just fix that right quick. There you go. Now you can hear the game. When I bought these headphones, they're Bluetooth, and my motherboard has a Bluetooth hookup. But for whatever reason, I have no idea why, but for whatever reason, the Bluetooth doesn't work all the time. So every single time I turn my computer on, I have to uninstall the drivers for the headphones, and then I have to reinstall them to get the headphones to work. And when I have to reinstall them, the OBS loses the default because you uninstall the driver. So OBS is like, okay, well that's gone. Like we're never gonna have to worry about that. So yeah, every time I record, I have to fix it. There's a lot of things I need to get squared away with my recording software. Even after almost a year and a half of doing this, I'm still in the dark about some recording aspects, and it's just, I don't know, it's difficult. I'm not an audio person, so I don't know like what noise suppression is. I don't understand. I understand like some of those components, but I don't know what makes it sound good. A lot of people have their setup facing a wall, and they put noise canceling tiles on the wall, but I am in the middle of a room, so I think that also has to do with it. But anyway, let's talk about the factory. So the last time that we were together, we played a very long time. I think it was like an hour-long video. But we went over here and we, I guess, got this place situated, got this place figured out. We are making a lot more cable, and that's good because we need the cable to make, I guess I'm going to call it phase 2 stuff. So we need that cable to make phase 2 stuff. Phase 3 stuff you can see in the top right-hand corner. We're also making some of these copper sheets, right? But we don't need a lot of those. We also got the ingots, the copper ingots figured out, because I think we only had one copper ingot smelter. So we definitely got this going. There's a guy I work with who plays this game, and I tried explaining to him the problem we have here. And the problem, and we talked about it a little bit before we left last time, the problem we have here is that this stuff is stopping, right? These Mark III belts should move 270 units, right? All of these smelters here produce 240 ingots. So I guess what's happening is that we're just not eating 240 ingots fast enough, right? Like, I guess we could put another constructor here and another constructor here to pull off some more ingots, and maybe that would eat 240 ingots fast enough so that we would never have stoppage, right? When I see that stoppage, it just tells me that we're not operating at capacity. And if we wanted to, we could pull off from here, and we could run that line of ingots out this way, and we could put like 3 or 4 more, maybe even 5 more constructors out this way, right? So we definitely can fix it if we have a problem. But I think, and we do have a problem, we're not utilizing all 240 a second. We're just not, okay? So that's what the problem is there. And really, if you look closely, you notice that over here we're not really moving a lot of cable. It's not continuous. Like we have 2 there, then we have a gap, then we have 1, then we have 3, you know, and then 2 again, and then a gap, then 2, and it's sporadic. But this one, right, the spun copper wire, like, it's pretty much solid. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of gaps every now and then, but for the most part, it's really going, right? It's really cooking. I don't think we're accruing anymore. Actually, we are. Yes, we are. We are actually going to be storing some copper wire in here, but I don't think we're storing any here. Yes. It just goes in one ear and out the other. We probably will be, if we did that, if we did pull off more, yeah, so what I would do is I would just rip this up. Oh, excuse me. I don't mean to yawn in your ear, but it's been a long day. We could rip this up, rip that out, rip this out, and we could put in, and we could use these two to make more copper wire, and then have those feed down into here so that we're making more cable, right? So we could repurpose those to make cable, and then we could just put one more here to make the copper plate, right? So that's something we might do in the future. It might not be. What I really want to focus on 5 minutes into this video, 6 minutes into this video, what I want to focus on, what I want to talk about is getting the steel situated. The way it stands right now, our steel comes in through this hole in the floor, right? It comes up to these two smelters. These two smelters produce iron ingots. Those iron ingots are moved out. Is that 3? Yes. And it really stinks too, because it comes out to this and splits. So we have one splitting to 2, and then we have one splitting just into 1. Or does that split into another one over there? It also splits. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we only have 2 steel makers, because these two, if you look closely, are making iron rods. And if there is one thing that we just don't need right now, it's iron rods. So really, we could rip up. Okay, that's steel. Yes, I thought that was iron rods for a second. But we just don't need this iron rod belt right here. We just don't need it. We could have our iron rods. Yeah, we could have them go up and over, come down, and be split, and one goes this way and one goes that way. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and rip these things. Let's go ahead and take off their input of iron ingots. Okay, they're done. We don't need those iron rod makers anymore. This will be step 1. This will be step 1. And we'll let these things roll for a little bit. Oh wow, they were actually starved. For iron ingots, that's good. Do that, do that. I'll let those kind of go through. I'll take you up. Then I'll take you out, take you out. You know what? I got things to do here. I ain't got time to wait. And then take that out. And then we'll come here to logistics and we'll do a splitter. So let's turn it like that. So it's going to come in here and it's going to split. Okay. And we'll do 6. Gonna make that a Mark II belt. Did that make it go in there? I don't think it did. Yeah, it did not. So let's do that. 6 Mark II belt go into there. And then let me go ahead and do this. Let me just go ahead and make that 7. And we'll upgrade that to Mark III. Okay, perfect. And then 7, I guess. No, we'll do 6. We'll do 6. Oh well. It was 3 before, so I'll make it 3 now. And there we go. Did that even like stop for a second? But it didn't even stop for a second. No, not at all. All right. This one right here, though. This one, I bet it's needing its. I don't even know where that's going. And then 6 is going to come out. like that. Then you're gonna go right into there like that. And that's also 3, so we'll go ahead and just do that. All right. Come down here. Okay, being fed into 2 different machines here. And then you're making screws. Okay. And then those screws are going in here. And then you have screws coming out going in there. So let's go look and see if we have an excess of screws, or I assume we're gonna have an excess of screws. Let's just go look right quick. Okay, you're gaining right now, and you are also gaining right now. But what would it look like? I guess I could actually go physically do the math. Is it just 2 making screws? I think it's just 2. That's 40 a minute. That one's 40 a minute, so that's 80 per minute. Those are the only 2 making screws, okay? So let's go down here and look at this, whatever it's making, and let's see if it utilizes 80 screws a minute. And why am I letting that run? Because now these things don't have any competition, right? Like these ingots like this, they are completely 100% hopefully being saturated. Because they're not having to like fight against anybody else for those ingots, right? Okay, let's go look and see if they need 80. So this says 100 per minute, okay? And this one says 100 per minute too. Yes. So we're only making 80 from there, and we're making 80 from there. So we're only making 160, and we need 400. No, we need 200, right? That's at 100. Yeah, we need 200. We're making 160. So why are we having screws? It says 40 per minute, and that's 40 per minute, so that's 80. They're going into one machine. Oh, we're not exporting. We're not exporting them. Yes, I see. We're full here. Okay, so if we were... I gotta make one of those suck-up things here. How do I go about doing that? Hypertube entrance. Here. Yes, yes, yes. And then a hypertube support, if I can I put it up there? I cannot. Ugh. Alright, I gotta run over there. So why are we not making any of those rotors? Like why aren't those rotors being used for something? Where's my... There it is, all the way over there. Yikes. Ooh. Da, 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 da. So funny. And then is this where we... I don't believe so. I think it's all the way over there. Yep. Okay. So those things are coming up over here, and they're going into this thing. You need only 2 per minute. Only 2 per minute. Wow. Okay. And you just make those things, huh? Wow. Only 2 per minute. Holy crap. We make a lot of these, but we only use 2 per minute in this. Got it. Hypertube support. Well, hold on here. I gotta find a place to actually... Ugh. Maybe I'll have to go over here somewhere. There's not a lot of place to land up here. I'll have to turn it this way. There's my support. There's my entrance again. And then the tube entrance to support. So crap. From entrance do the support. Why are you doing that? God dang it. Why are you being stupid? Please don't be stupid. Okay. An entrance. Okay, all the way over there. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now let's hook it up. That actually needs to go to another one of these, because anytime we use the last one, we always get into a new one. All right. So now we can go up and down over here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, yes, we are under making screws, but yes, we don't need to make a lot of screws, because the one thing that we're using it for, it seems right now, is those rotors. So we just don't need that many screws. And can we pull off? I would stand. I think it stands to reason that we can pull off some of these rods here to make screws if we needed to. The hell is this nonsense? Oh, this is just how I did it to make the screws. Right. Yeah, oh, sucks, man. Like, I feel like this is a really good setup, but it's just not good enough. There's no way to expand screws right now. I guess we could rip this up and we could put them super duper close to each other, like 1, 2, 3, put them really close to each other, and then move that out to like here, and then just have them ripped off going in here to make screws. But it's just, I feel like we're not building in a sustainable fashion where we can increase production without having to pull stuff apart every single time. Like, it would be nice if we were modular. It would be nice if literally if we could just go up a level. Like, we could have all this stuff here making ingots, and then the ingots would just go up a level, and then we'd have all that, and then run the base all the way back out there again, just so we can have tons and tons of manufacturing on the second level. And that's what we really need to do. No. Let me concentrate on getting the steel taken care of, though. Let me just fixate on that for a second. Where do we want to put steel? So we're getting ore from over there, right? We can reroute this ore to the other side of the base somewhere over here. And originally we started to build this area, right? And this area, I forget what it was going to be. It doesn't really matter now, but this is my old way of thinking, right? How I was going to have, like, oh, this goes into one smelter, and then it goes into this and this, and blah, 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 blah. But I think I'm going to have that other ore, iron ore, come over here, and it's going to combine with that iron ore and this iron ore. And I should, I guess, go out there and figure out what the input is. But let's just assume that the input is the same as those over there, so that each of these is going to be 8. So this will be 16. This would be 16 smelters. We would need 16 smelters lined up over here, smelting all that. I wonder, can I run those down over here? Is this a nice big flat area over here? Oh no, there's wreckage in the way. Wreckage, I am pretty sure we've already looted. I don't see... Well, I see that telephone pole close by. I wonder if... I'm sure we looted this already. Yes, we have. Okay. Oops. But nah, that's in the way. 16. Do we need 16 smelters for steel? Do we need 16 smelters for steel? I bet we could get away with it. I mean, they only need one input, and they can go so close together. Like, let's just look right quick. Let's just look. Right, so there's 1, 2, 3, All right, let's just say 4, even though it isn't really 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we just need 3 more. I bet we could do 3 more. I bet we could build 3 more right over there. I got to read that post again about how you build 10 of these at a time. It'd be really nice if it would just tell you down here at the bottom. They tell you so many other things like the snap, the quick switch, and how to back out. But it'd be nice if they were like build, like multi-build. Just call it multi-build. Multi-build. Hold down, yada yada. Da, 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 da. It would also be nice if you build into like over a tree, if it would just destroy the tree, you know, so you wouldn't have to go get a chainsaw and take a chainsaw to it every time. Oops. He also said you can delete 10 things at once too. Like if you wanted to delete all those, you could just be like click, 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 and then hit the button and it would delete all of them. But I think we can rip all this up. And I think we can just have tons of iron being smelted into ingots. And then we could just bring the coal over. Like, that's not going to be a big deal. We have so much coal. That one coal plant over there, and then one of those coal plants from up there, I think is enough to feed that entire belt. Like, I think we're okay. So we have two other coal belts that we can bring over here, and then those 2 coal belts, we can run them right on top of the iron. No. The iron ore has to be smelted into ingots first. Well, we would run it parallel to the iron, but a little bit above it, and we'd be able to just gig it, man. We'd be able to just go. I'm gonna go ahead and rip all this up. This is not going to do what I thought it was going to do. It's going to be okay though. That. That. Hate doing this because I'm going to have ore in my pocket, but it is what it is. And I want to go ahead and just say again, thank you so much for staying with me and watching the series. I know that we're moving at a snail's pace and that things probably aren't going as quickly as you like them to go, but you know, this is a great game, and like just watching someone play it is fun. And really, I 100% understand if there are some days you just are not in the mood to play a game like this. Like, I get it, but sometimes watching other people play it like helps you, you know, get back in the mood of like, you know what, I can do this. Like this is not gonna, this game is not gonna be the end of me. So let's bring this. It's quite obvious, unless we kind of finagle it. Is there a way that we can like force this to happen? I don't think so. No, that rock is just going to be in the way. I want to keep all this stuff kind of lined up, and I was like, if I can make a pseudo flat space up here, then maybe I could run it. I just have to run it down this way, to tell you the truth. But I want to pull off 8 copper, or yeah, 8 iron first. So can I do half on this? Can I do half? It's just gonna have to run out here. All right, I'm gonna bring that one out here. It's gonna start kind of like right here, and it's just gonna go this way on that line, and then we're gonna have our first 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, making. Let's just go ahead and build them too. Let's just go ahead and build them. Production, smelter. That's going to be the in, and that's going to be the out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's our problem. Hate that. That ground sticking up. Like if it's not like perfectly fat. That's why I pulled this out for a second. I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and put that on top of it like that, so it covers up the ground, and then I would have the belt running on top of that going down, and then having the belt come off and feed into it like that. But I'll just scoot this out a little bit more. It shouldn't be a big deal. it's just not going to look like super great because we're surrendering a lot of space for just a little thing, but I guess it's okay. Okay, so one. Tree, go away, tree. I do not want to have to go get biofuel to cut you down. Go find the friggin' chainsaw, then go find some biofuel, then come cut it down. And meanwhile, I really hate seeing this. Like, we are stuck somewhere. Like, we're not using... What is it that we turned off? We turned off something so that we could get more of these. I guess we're doing it now. Is it this thing? Yeah, steel beams. Steel beams. You're supposed to be making steel beams too. You have 200. And you have that. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, we have a visitor. Hold on, folks. Let me just be right back. We like having visitors. So let's go ahead and just do that. It's got 200. You know what? I should steal some of those. I really should steal some of those. And when it gets down to like 100, I'll just rip some out. Yoink. And then this right here is making, yeah, those, I forget what they're called, like insulated steel beams. What are they called? Yeah, encased industrial beams. Cool. Would be really, really, really nice if we had another way to hold on to some of those so we're not always losing them, but at least now we're using that concrete. Okay. Chainsaw. Yes, 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 chainsaw. I just want to see things moving while I'm working, you know. If I look over and I see things moving while I'm working, it makes me like super happy because I know that I'm not like wasting time, you know. I did not think I was anywhere near that ladder, but apparently we caught it for just a second. Boop. And I know that this game is probably, that's wood. There's flower petals. I think we can make a lot of biofuel out of that. Not out of flower petals for some reason. I thought you could. Oh, no. Flower petals you make, whatever it is. The paint. None over there. Did I... Perhaps with some... Oh, there's some biofuel. Thank you. And then... Don't see any chainsaw over there. I don't see the chainsaw here. Perhaps I left the chainsaw over there. There it is. I haven't seen this thing in a bit. Man, remember when we had to walk around with this stupid thing and we had to cut down trees for power? Man, what morons. What idiots. Is that a fuel gauge? Is that red thing a fuel gauge? Nah, it's like a safety switch or something. I thought that was a fuel gauge for a second. I was like, oh, that's cool. I never noticed that before. Cool. Things I do not want in my pocket. Wood. Flower petals. Leaves. Alright, I'll walk around with my nut. There we go. And then smelter. How many was that? Nah, that's the third one. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So there's going to be our 8 for that first line up there, just bringing in iron ore, and then we're going to have our 8 back here, I suppose. Yeah, it's getting a little bit too close to the edge, so we'll move them back over here. we'll have 8. We'll start it like right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and don't have enough rods. Who would have thought? Wanna feel love and hate. Right. Oh, does he say wanna feel love and hate? There's that movie Sing 2. My daughter has been watching all the music videos to it, so I'm a fan now. Love to see a lot of that steel moving over there. Did you notice that? If you look closely, the steel over here is just moving. Like we have steel coming out now, and that's just two. That's just two. I forget what those things are called. They're not refineries or whatever. Like that's just 2 refineries with with 2 dedicated smelters, right? So happy to see that much steel coming out. And just to hear in a second, we're gonna have so much steel flowing out of this place, man. We're gonna be it's gonna be something special. So let's just imagine we have all these ingots coming out. We move them up this way to what end? Or do we move them down this way? Because theirs are coming out down this way too. So if we move those up down this way, we could have a bunch of, what are they called? A foundry. You have the foundry set up here. We had to have 2 things going in. So we could start the foundries like here. And then we could have, I don't know how many foundries you would have coming out. Maybe 5. I don't know what the ratio would be, but have the foundries coming out here. We would wrap that coal around and have the coal coming in here. And again, it'd be stacked. So you'd have the iron ore or the iron ingots coming down this way. The coal be stacked on top of it. And then you'd be feeding in the coal and the iron ingots to the foundry. And then on the other side, you just have steel coming out. And all that stuff over there is probably going to have to be turned, right? Like we're probably gonna rip up. Maybe not even rip it up. We'll probably do this. We'll probably build this huge area out here because we're not really using it right now. I mean, I know we could make more power plants in this area, but I also know that we can just run the water. Like the water can just be pumped to where we build the power plants. So yes. I think I'll finally just enclose this whole area. And then I'll replicate what I have already built out of steel. I'll replicate that here, and then I'll send that steel up to the top because that's kind of where the steel is going, is to the second floor. So I'll just send that steel up to the second floor up there, and then I'll rip out that bit in the middle, and like all that will open up, and then maybe that'll allow us to modular to increase production of the base stuff. Because you know how at the beginning of the video I was complaining about over there how we couldn't really expand. Maybe ripping that stuff out there will allow us to do that, allow us to expand. And then we'll just have the steel stuff over here where I'm building currently right now. Oh, got concrete. Oh, look at this. Like, I'm happy to see that the concrete's not backed up anymore, right? So happy to see that. Not like Factorio where you can just hold down F and run over it, you know. I guess you can a little bit. Give me all those. There we go. Now we got it going. All right, there we go. So that's what I'll do. I'll build the steel stuff on this side, like this part, and then I'm gonna rip all that else up over there, and then the steel, like we see here, we'll just be sending some stuff up to the second story. That second story up there too is pathetic. It needs to get ripped up. Yep, let's go ahead and start running the level 2 belt. Now we just grab it from up here. I can't quite get up. There we go. Here. Here. I got this guy I work with from China, and for whatever reason, we just got to talking about China today. That guy was so happy, man. Like everybody at the table we were eating, everybody at the table was just asking questions, and you could tell just how excited he was. It was about the Olympics, you know, how the Olympics are going over there in China, and we were talking about him, like how he feels about it. You know, of course he's happy as a damn pig and shit, but it's just so fun to see people excited about their countries, you know. He was all smiling and stuff, you know. Oh, I'm from that area. I'm from that area. Oh, mountains are so pretty, you know. Just funny. Funny listening to him. I guess we're just gonna run it all the way down, right? Isn't that what we do? We run it all the way down, and then we put in the splicers, right? Or the splitters. So let's go here to logistics. Here. So it comes in that way. We're trying to figure out where it comes out at. Like that. Then that. Then that. And I really do love how they put that the little teal line so you can kind of see, like you can line it up with having to look at it. That's so smart. I don't know, is that, damn, I don't feel like any of that is on level. Guess we brought all that up. I guess I was wrong. Guess we put down the splitters first and then we do it. I'm not getting a lineup there from that one. Oh, because it's out of order. Oh, F. Let's do it all over again. Let's do it all over again. It's not a big deal. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Splitter. Lines up with that one. Splitter lines up with that one. Splitter lines up with that one. That one. That one. That one. Alright. And now let's go do it. Now let's go have this thing feed in. I was actually a little nervous about starting up this playthrough again. It's not that I haven't been here for like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's not that I haven't played the game in a long time. I just get nervous coming back to this game. Cause you can't really destroy your game, I don't think, but you definitely can waste your time. I think we're doing okay. There was a gentleman who explained to me that you can make a backup file before you do stuff like this in case you completely bone your base. And I was like, man, that is. I asked him, I was like, what do you do for a living? I can't wait for this guy to be like, I'm a systems engineer. Be like, yep. Makes sense. Alright, now I know what you're saying. You're saying I need to have tier 3 in there to transport all of them. I know, but we can just wait a moment because we're not turning these things on just yet. Alright, now what's your output going to be for iron? It's going to be 30. So 30 times 8, 240. And that's a number we keep seeing, right? We're setting that for us because we know the input from the ore mine is 270, right? So this is 240. We're probably going to do one more and just make it an even 270, but we'll just make it this for right now. And then what we need to have is, we need to have mergers going that way, coming out from there. I'm okay with it being that close, to tell you the truth. I like them being kind of tight. Okay. Hey. Did I screw that up? All these mergers. No, it's okay. It's okay. I did it right. And out. Oh, I did not do it right. God dang it, man. Sometimes it doesn't go from the center out. It goes from, like, the center of something else out, like the center of the machine out. I don't know what that was. Oh, I don't have enough for Mark II. I got enough for Mark 1, I'll tell you that, though. I'm gonna grab some more reinforced plate. I have a ton of it. This is just gonna get the skeleton part of it up and going. Merger. Oh, you behave. You were the first one. I don't know how you got messed up. Okay. And that's going to go into a great big line down here. Oh, what'd I do? What'd I do? What have I done? And now I can't look around. I have to use the mouse to look around. What'd I do? I can't walk around. I hit the talk button. Oh yes. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go down, come straight down this way with that line. And then I want to bring the coal down. So let's go upstairs and let's see what coal I can bring over here. I think I'll be able to bring... Yeah, so that line over there, that line goes into the other line, and both of those two coal, they feed into the power. And then this... Do I have two coals over here feeding into one? I feel like I ought to. Yes, so these two are being fed into that one right there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to act like from here, I'm going to rip that out, and I'm going to act like from here, I'm going to bring this over. So how do I want to do this? Or do I want to go back all the way over there and like have it wrap around the base that way? How do I want to do this? It's that one and that one that I'm doing it with. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll just thread the needle right there, because I'm going to rip all that up anyway. All right, I'm just going to thread the needle. I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to bring it this way. Oh, hold on. Turn that way for me, please, and thank you. Oh, I need to do that. So sorry. Well, I got to do that one first, right? Then I can hook into it. Okay. So I'll... Oh, yeah. I'm going to go right here. And then do that. Raising it up. And then you... This is so bad. This is so bad. This way. Yeah. I know. I hear you. I know it's bad. Okay. But look where it comes out at, right? Like, look where it comes out. It comes out right there on top of it. So it's kind of hard to say no to this. I mean, it's easy to say no to it because it was like food, but it's also kind of hard to say no to it. And then we'll go here. And I want to go up with it. Right, and then I'm going to put the stackable conveyors in between. Put one there. Put one there. We'll grab that. And then we need one more. Not one more. I'll find like 5 more. We need another one there. One there. One there. There we go. Now I'll bring the coal in. So then we'll have the iron ingots on the bottom, we'll have the coal on top. And like I said, we will now we'll turn the foundries and we'll start moving out that way. So let's build a couple of foundations just to the end of this row. Okay. And maybe we'll do one more to the end of the row here, just so that the foundries can have enough room. Perfect. So we have 240 coming in. We have 240 coming in. Can I snag? I bet I can, because I'd have to put in a yeah. How am I going to do this? Can the splitters, can they go on top of each other? Yeah, I put a splitter there. I put a splitter there, right? And they're not gonna be like on top of each other, right? Because they filter the way the foundries are set up. They have to have. They're not like insane. Like they're not right next to each other. They're off a little bit. Okay. So let's do one, and let's see what the input is. This is the input, and that's the out. So yeah, we'll do. Is that going to be enough space? That probably isn't. Let's look at the splitter up here. So let's just imagine that I was going to do coal on the first one. That would be the splitter for that. 2. Yeah, it looks a little stupid. Looks a little stupid. Yeah, I guess that's close. I guess what I can do is I'll do a belt down and then straight out. Okay, so if I ask you to do the steel ingot, is that at? How many, does it tell you what you get out? 4 seconds, 2 seconds. This, I mean, we already bought this one. You get 3 steel ingots if you just do regular iron ore in. This one is just 2 and 2. I mean, we've already done it, but that's so much power. Now that I think about it, that's such a dumb recipe. Because you're having to spend power to forge it into ingots, and then you're having to spend power again to forge it into steel, when you could just spend the power one time. And yes, you're doing a little bit more, and you're spending a little bit more time, but you're saving power. All right. So that takes 40 and 40. Right, and we're at 240. So that would be 6 of these, right? 6 of these. So there's 1. Two. 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 6. That's a little bit longer than I had anticipated. All right. Excuse me. Don't mean to cough in your ear. Well, you know what? That's not that bad. That's only like what, 3 extra, 4 extra deal. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. Not that bad. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, hello. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Alright. 1 flower petal. That whole tree, only 1 flower petal? A little weak. Then where's the wood? Where are the stones? There it is. Okay, dokie. We're already at, alright, we're at 15 minutes, and I need to drink some of this. Oh, that's great. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're at 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye to you. When we come back, we'll get this straightened out, and I think we're gonna have enough power to run it right off the bat. We shall see. But I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.